Good afternoon or evening, depending on your time zone, and welcome to Deck Tech Daily. If you're new to Magic the Gathering Arena or need a little bit of guidance, then this is the channel for you. Today we are looking at a Dimir Reanimation deck in the standard format, best of one. For those not familiar, Dimir is the terminology for the blue and black color combination. It relies heavily on removal cards, discarding creatures you control to the graveyard, and bringing them back. How will we bring them back? I shall explain. This card right here from the Through the Omenpaths / Spider-Man set, Kavaero, Mind-Bitten. You may have it enter as a copy of any creature card in a graveyard. So basically, what you want to do is get your more powerful creatures, such as Valgavoth, Terror Eater, summon Bahamut, Ardyn the Usurper, or this one in particular, Bringer of the Last Gift. So once you get them in the graveyard, then you're going to bring them back with either Kavaero, which will copy that card, or this one here, Zombify. Return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. The reason why we want Bringer of the Last Gift is when this creature enters, sacrifice all other creatures on the field, and then each player returns all creature cards from their graveyard that weren't put there this way by this effect. So basically, you're going to have Kavaero copy Bringer of the Last Gift, and he's going to bring back all the other creatures in your graveyard before you pulled off this combo. So hopefully we'll have cards like Valgavoth, summon Bahamut, maybe Ardyn, maybe a second Bringer of the Last Gift. So we're basically swapping out what's on the field with the creatures in our graveyard. Another good combo I figured I would try is with Terror of the Peaks. Spells your opponent casts that target this creature cost an additional 3 life to cast. So basically, if they want to remove this, they're going to have to pay 3 life. And whenever another creature you control enters, this creature deals damage equal to that creature's power to any target. So what we want to try and do is have Terror of the Peaks and something like Summon Bahamut or Valgavoth in the graveyard. So when we swap everything out with Bringer of the Last Gift, we'll have a Valgavoth enter the same time Terror of the Peaks enters, and that will trigger Terror of the Peaks, and it will do 9 damage, because that's Valgavoth's attack, to any target on the field, preferably our opponent. So we should be able to win the game the same turn we pull this combo off, which should be on turn 4, assuming everything goes according to plan. How are we going to discard all these creatures to the graveyard? Well, all of these cards right here. Chart a Chorus, draw 2 cards, then discard a card. Roiling Dragonstorm, when this enchantment enters, draw 2 cards, then discard a card. Bitter Triumph, this is a removal card because it destroys a target creature. And one of the taxes you can pay in order to play this is to pay 3 life or discard a card. Resentful Revelation, look at the top 3 cards of your library, put 1 of them in your hand and the rest in your graveyard. We also have a couple of lands, such as Undercity Sewers. When this enters tapped, when it does enter, Surveil. That's basically, you look at the top card of your deck. If you don't like it, or in this case, if we do like it, we put it in the graveyard. So that's another way to help dump some of these creatures into our graveyard. I've seen this deck played a few times. I figured I would add Terror of the Peaks just to see if I can pull this combo off. Another way to protect Kavaero from being countered, assuming we're going up against a control deck, is to have a Cavern of Souls out. Basically, when you play the land Cavern of Souls, you choose a creature type. We're going to choose a spider, human, hero, any of those 3. It doesn't matter. And add 1 mana of any color, spend this mana only to cast a creature spell of the chosen type, and that spell can't be countered. So that's a good way we can get around counter spells such as 3 Steps Ahead or No More Lies. So even if our opponent removes Kavaero the second he enters play, such as with Get Lost, it's too late. It doesn't matter. His ability's already going to trigger, and he's going to get Bringer of the Last Gift out, and then it should be over for our opponent. So let's see how this deck goes. Dimir Reanimation, standard format, best of 1, match number 1. Okay, opponent goes first. Of course, typical. Let's see, Kavaero, Bringer of the Last Gift, Valgavoth. I do like this, so we have Resentful Revelation to However, no way to discard these. Resentful Revelation will only discard out of the 3 cards we draw. I wish I had like Roiling Dragonstorm instead, so it's not the perfect hand, but regardless, I shall keep. Hopefully I'll draw Roiling Dragonstorm, or what's it? Chart the House? Chart Course? Whatever its name is. Okay, so I shall begin off starting town. Opponent has plains. I'm gonna guess some type of a... Let's see, carrot cake. A token type of deck he's playing? Okay. So, Swamp, now Resentful Revelation. Okay. So, put one of them into my hand, the rest in the graveyard. I want Bringer of the Last Gift in my graveyard. And I want Chart a Course, that's the card, in my hand. Now, hopefully I can discard Valgavoth and also maybe Terror of the Peaks next turn. So that way when I do bring back Bringer of the Last Gift with Kavaero, like all my creatures in my graveyard will come back. It'll also wipe out all of his tokens that he's currently playing. Okay, so... Chart a Course. Gonna discard a Valgavoth. Okay, so next turn, we have our fourth land. Let's see, he has all white cards, so I don't think he has any counter spells I have to worry about. Okay, so Caretaker's Talent. So yeah, he's just making a bunch of copies of the rabbits. Okay, so now, okay. We have starting town for a blue, black, okay. One thing to keep in mind is if you Zombify Bringer of the Last Gift in, Zombify, return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. It's not the same as casting it, because if you read Bringer of the Last Gift, when this creature enters, if you cast it, I should say, each player sacrifices all creatures they control. Zombify is not casting it, so you can bring back Bringer of the Last Gift, but its ability is not going to trigger, and the ability we obviously want. So do keep that in mind. Bringer of the Last Gift will only work if you use Kavaero. So I'm definitely going to play Kavaero. All his lands are tapped, so I don't have to worry about counters. Pay, and I'm bringing back Bringer of the Last Gift. So that'll wipe everything, and then bring back my other creatures. See? So let's see if he can play around this. Now, a board wipe, he is playing all white. He might have a Day of Judgment or Ultima, which would destroy everything. But that's fine. I can still bring them back with another Kavaero or Zombify. Yes, he has split up, of course. Okay, so... I'm going to Zombify in, yeah, Kavaero. Kavaero, select an object to copy. I will copy Bringer of the Last Gift. Okay, our opponent's thinking about doing something. Even if he, like, what's that card? Get Lost to, like, destroy Kavaero, like, its ability will still trigger, and I'll still bring back a Valgavoth. That might have been his only board wipe. I guess he's thinking about removing it. But like I said, even if he removes it... no, he just decided to quit. I wish I could have showed off the combo. I had Terror of the Peaks too, but at least we won. Dimir Reanimation, standard format, best of 1, match number 2. Opponent... I need to keep track. Like, I'm pretty sure my opponent gets to go first 90% of the time, And only like 1 out of 10 times I actually get to go first. Okay, so I have 3 lands. Kavaero, Bahamut. I do like... I have everything I need, but like I wish I could discard Bahamut, but I'm sure with... I'll probably draw some discard cards as time goes on, because I need to wait 4 turns before I can play Kavaero anyways, so... I shall keep. Okay, so... I'm going to have Watery Grave enter tapped, so I don't have to pay the 2 life next turn. I don't have any 1-drops anyway, so I don't need it to enter untapped. Okay, now... Starting town. I'm gonna Resentful Revelation. Put 1 in my hand. Okay, so let's see. I have a land, another land. So I have my 4 lands. So I'm gonna put Terror of the... No, I want Terror of the Peaks in the graveyard, though, so I guess I'll just take Floodfarm Verge. So now, at least Terror of the Peaks is in there. Opponent, okay, so he's playing black and red, summon Fenrir, he'll get to play another land. Okay, so... Bitter Triumph. Okay, I can discard, either summon Bahamut or probably Valgavoth. The problem is, like, if I use Kavaero to copy Valgavoth, he's only going to enter as a 4/4. Because that's it copies it, but it has to enter as with the name Kavaero, and he's a 4/4 spider human hero. Bahamut's good because it can remove for the first 2 turns and draw. So maybe, let's see. Okay, so I'll play my land. And do I want to Resentful Revelation now and risk it, or I can Bitter Triumph and remove... you know what? I'm going to pass to my opponent and just see... He's probably going to play a creature. That's, I think that's, yeah, when you next cast a creature spell, it enters with an additional +1/+1 counter. Okay, so he's playing the Claim Territory ability of the Bloodvine. Revealed. What is he playing? Like, he's trying to get Ramp, it's called, where he gets as many lands as possible. Okay, so... let me go ahead and... yeah, I'm going to remove Fenrir. And I'm going to discard Valgavoth, just so he's in there. Okay. I could Kavaero now, but my only choice from the copy is Valgavoth and Terror of the Peaks. I could... Okay. You know, I'm going to see... I'm going to hope this works. So what I'm going to do... Roiling Dragonstorm. Good. Cavern Souls. Well, okay, so I'll discard Bahamut. So now he's in the graveyard. And now I'm going to Resentful Revelation. Okay, I'm going to put Zombify in my hand. So that's good. I can Zombify Valgavoth back in, and he won't enter as a 4/4. He'll enter as a 9/9. Okay, so that was his strategy. The random encounter. I've seen this before. Mill 4 cards, put each creature card milled this way onto the battlefield, and they get haste. He only drew Fenrir, though, so that was definitely not a good draw. You know, it's a risky card, but it's kind of a high-risk, high-reward kind of play. Okay, so Cavern of Souls. I'm going to choose Human. Even, let's see. Valgavoth, Bahamut. I don't have Bringer of the Last Gift, so... Yeah, he's definitely not in here, so I'm going to save Kavaero, and instead I'm just going to Zombify in Valgavoth. Another thing, Valgavoth's ward, it protects from our opponent's spells, but only if they're willing to pay a cost. So Valgavoth's ward is sacrifice 3 non-land permanents. Okay, Terror of the Peaks, so yeah, Fenrir, so it's going to do 3 damage to probably me. Okay. Okay, what are my options here? So I'm going to have... I already have 1 Cavern of Souls with Humans, so this time I'm going to choose Dragon. Just in case I draw my Terror of the Peaks. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm first going to Resentful Revelation. Yeah, I'm going to take a Zombify. And then, let's see. Yeah, Bahamut's in there, so I'm going to have this Zombify in Bahamut. Target a non-land permanent to destroy, definitely Terror of the Peaks. And Bahamut does count as a dragon, so Roiling Dragonstorm will bounce back to my hand. Also, I can pay, because I exiled his Terror of the... Valgavoth's other ability, when a card is put into the graveyard, it's exiled. I can play that card if I just pay life equal to its mana. So, you know what? I'm going to do that. I'll have to pay 5 life, but now I have my own Terror of the Peaks. Now I'm going to swing with Valgavoth. Do 9. He has lifelink, so, you know, I'll gain all that back. Now, next turn, I can... Whenever I play a creature, Terror of the Peaks will do that creature's attack power to any target I choose. If I could bring back Valgavoth, that'd be amazing, because that will do 9 damage to any target. Or a second Terror of the Peaks, so I can do that. Let's see what our opponent does. Like, he might just quit this turn, but he might be able to, you know, pull something out of his hat. So let's see. Let's see. He does have the flashback cost for random encounter. Let's see, it's 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So yeah, he could play that. He might risk it all and play a random encounter and just hope he draws, you know, the top 4 cards that he mills are something useful. But he's thinking. Honestly, I think that's his best choice. Like, what else could he possibly... Unless he has, like, a board wipe... There's like nothing else in the blue or red deck, green and red deck that I think he could really play to get this off. But we shall see. So he's about to use his timeout, it looks like. Yeah, like that's his play. Like, he needs to do that. And with any luck, you know, he'll draw what he needs and might turn the match in his favor. He might just be stalling out. A lot, like I said before, a lot of times that happens when people get like frustrated when they're about to lose. They'll just go AFK, away from keyboard, and just let the timer run down, just, you know, to waste your time. It's possible he has a connection issue, but it's very weird how that connection issue happens every single time they're about to lose. Destroy non-land permanent, I guess Fenrir. I don't know, he should have just played random encounter. Yeah, he has 8 mana for its flashback, so yeah, he could have played it. Yeah, he's just stalling. I don't know. Like, we're in the Diamond format, too. This is right before Mythic. So you would assume the people... You would assume the people in Diamond would be more serious. Because in order to even get to this format, You obviously have to be a somewhat serious Magic the Gathering player. Like, you have to know what you're doing. You have to have more wins than losses in order to even get to this format. So the fact that I see people being this petty in Diamond, like, it says a lot about other Magic the Gathering players, but what do I know? Okay, so 2 wins. Dimir Reanimator, standard format, best of 1, match number 3. Okay, wow, we get to go first this time. Amazing. Okay. Kavaero, 2 interesting hands. I like Cavern of Souls and Kavaero, so I can protect Kavaero from being countered. I have 1 removal. This is risky, but I shall definitely keep. A life gain deck. Okay, so begin off with a land. Okay, good. Starting town. Now I have Bitter Triumph as removal. And I'm going to discard probably the Valgavoth or Terror of the Peaks. It depends. But I'll let him play some more creatures first. I want him to, like, you know, buff up that... What is the... Not this one, but what's that one card that, like, every time you gain life, it gets a counter? I want... So that way I can remove that one with Bitter Triumph, but... Should I remove the rabbit now? No, like, I'll save it. It's just 1 damage. I'll survive. Okay. Okay, good, good. Bringer of Last Gift. Great. So, Cavern of Souls. Now, like I said before, choose one of the types that's on Kavaero. Spider, Human, or Hero. I guess I'll choose Human. Now, pass to my opponent. Now, when he plays... Let's see if he... Hopefully he plays that one I'm thinking of. Yeah, he warped that in, so it's going to vanish anyways. Okay, so... Yeah, that buffed all his creatures, but he's only going to be able to attack with... I'm going to wipe them all next turn with a Bringer of the Last Gift. So this is how I'll do it. So resolve. He only has 2 cards in hand. Okay. So Bitter Triumph. I'll remove... for the additional cost, discard a card. Target a creature. I guess it... Well, I don't want him to gain the extra life, so I'll choose one of his life gain creatures. Probably this one. Now pay, and I'll discard Bringer the Last Gift. Okay. So he'll get the Scribe, but that's basically where he gets to look at the top card of his deck. If he doesn't like it, he can put it on the bottom. Okay. So now, shoots. How did I overlook that? The 4th land. Well. What? I can't believe I survived that. Like, the sheer luck of it all. Okay. I don't know how I survived, but okay. So now I'm going to play Kavaero. My graveyard. Bringer the Last Gift. I'll wipe out everything. Okay, and it also brings back the original Bringer of the Last Gift. So that's why I have 2. The copy and the original. So now let's see what he does. Sanctifier. I gotta keep in mind, I only have 1 life left. Starting town. This is actually not good because... Yeah, I don't think I can win this one. Because, like, even if I swing with everything, I only have 1 life. So, yeah, I can't win this one, unfortunately. Well, you can't win them all, I guess. Dimir Reanimation, standard format, best of 1, match number 4. Okay, so we go first. Chart a course, discard. Okay, I'm definitely going to discard Valgavoth. I have Zombify. Okay, I shall keep. Begin off with blue. Plains is our opponent. Okay, so swamp. Let's do Chart a Course just so I can hurry and get Valgavoth in there. Okay, definitely discarding Valgavoth, so I can Zombify him in later. Okay, so Cavern of Souls. I'm gonna choose the human. Now I'm gonna play Resentful Revelation. I do need a 4th land, so put 1 in my hand. I'm gonna choose Cavern of Souls just in case I don't draw my 4th land next turn. Now, our opponent, it is a white and blue deck, so there's a good chance he might have counters. Oh, good. He played stock up, so he'll get to draw, but at least now I don't have to worry about counter spells, since all his mana is tapped. Okay, so good. We can Cavern of Souls. I have the black for Zombify. Yes. I could also have Ardyn and then just have Valgavoth. Except it's a 5/5 black demon. I'm debating if I should bring back Ardyn and have him bring back Valgavoth. So let's see. I'm gonna choose Dragon this time. It doesn't matter. For Terror of the Peaks, just in case if I'm able to play him later on. Okay, so definitely Zombify. Valgavoth or Ardyn? Keep in mind that if I use Ardyn to bring back Valgavoth, Valgavoth will enter only as a 5/5 instead. You know what? Yeah, I'm going to do, Ardyn. Choose 1, bring back Valgavoth. Okay, swing. Life gain. Destroy all creatures. Okay. So... okay, I have Bringer the Last Gift in hand. Let me think about this. Top 3 card, I'm going to play that. I'm definitely bringing a... okay, I want Bringer of the Last Gift in the graveyard, so I'm going to put Kavaero in my hand. Also remember, because of this Cavern of Souls, I chose Human. So even though he has a blue and white deck, he cannot counter Kavaero, because it counts as a human card. Let's see, do I have any... Bitter Triumph. So you know what? Yeah, I'm going to pay the 2 life, so it enters untapped, just in case I want to play removal. Authority of the Consuls. Okay. Overlord of the Flood Pits. Okay, when it enters, draw 2 cards and discard. Okay. He's probably digging for more board wipes, I'm guessing. Okay, so I guess I'll play the starting town. I'll have Kavaero enter. I'll choose Ardyn. Bringer the Last Gift. The thing of that, Authority of the Consul. He's probably going to have another board wipe, I'm guessing. Yeah, sure enough. He can only have so many of them, though. Okay, so... I can just straight up play Terror of the Peaks. Yeah, so I'm just going to do that now. Is he going to use a counter spell, I'm guessing? Oh, wait, no. Didn't I choose Dragon for my second Cavernous? Yes. See, that's why I chose Dragon, so that way he cannot counter. He might have removal, though, like Get Lost. See? Look at that. He tried to counter it, but it didn't work. He must have not read the board. See, look. Oops. What is this card? Hive Pool? Silvers you control have double strike. Interesting. Okay. Okay, so I can Zombify. What can I Zombify in? What about his graveyard? Is there anything? Yeah, no creatures. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. I want... maybe I could bring in another Terror of the Peaks. Should I do that? Yeah, I'm going to bring in another one. So that'll do 5 damage to my opponent. I'll swing for 5. So what's this do? At the beginning of your upkeep, create 2 colorless silver creature tokens. And silvers you control have double strike. Okay. Interesting. I've never seen someone play that card. Okay. Summon Bahamut. Well, if I get him in play, like Terror of the Peaks will trigger and I'll do 9 damage straight to his face, so it's game over. Okay, so here's what I'll do. I'll first chart a course. Discard a card. Definitely Bahamut. Guess I'll play a land. Now I shall Zombify in Summon Bahamut. Let's see if this works. Yeah, so he did counter that. He only has 1 card left. Well, he will draw next turn, but I'm trying to think of, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 lands. Maybe I should have kept Bitter Triumph. You know, I'll swing with a... Because I know he will get 2 more of the silvers next turn, and they will have double strike, but will he have a way to buff them, I wonder? Let's see. Starting town. Yeah, no, like, lands that turn into creatures. Okay, so you know what? Yeah, because if I swing with both, he has to block no matter what. So you know what? Yeah, I'm going to swing with both. He has no choice but to block. So he'll create more silvers, but will one of these 2 cards save him? No. The answer is no. Okay, at least we bounced back from the last match we lost. Slowly ranking up in diamonds. Dimir Reanimation. Standard format, best of 1, match number 5. Okay, we get to go first. Cavern Souls, Verge. Okay. I think I shall keep. Play the Verge. Okay, so another type of control deck. He did not surveil discard, so he must like the card on top of his deck, I'm guessing. Cavern Souls, I'm definitely choosing Human for Kavaero. Now, Resentful Revelation. Put 1 in my... I do need more lands, so... Although I also need a way to discard a creature. This is a tough one. Yeah, the lands are pointless if I can't get any creatures in my hands. In the graveyard, I mean, so... I'll take Bitter Triumph. This, another one of these decks. Okay, no land draw. Yeah, this is not looking good, unfortunately. Okay, starting town. It has to enter tapped, though. Okay. Yeah, well, that didn't do much, because he's looking for the synthesizer, I'm guessing. Man, these draws are horrible. Well, I have so many I can just straight up discard that way. Huh, what do you know? I'll discard, yeah, Bringer of the Last Gift, so... You know, that's an interesting way to discard creatures, is just draw so many cards where, because, yeah, you can't have more than 7 in your hand at the end of your turn. So I can discard that way. That's a new, interesting way I just learned. Here's the synthesizer. Another starting... Man, this is like... It's like I'm drawing the worst... Okay, so... He played a second synthesizer. This should trigger. And let it resolve. So this way I can discard... Well, I'll probably summon Bahamut. That way I can destroy some of his synthesizers. Or no, maybe Valgavoth. Yeah. So pass. Let me think about this. Because, yeah, if he wants to destroy Valgavoth, he'll have to pay his ward cost and sacrifice 3 non-land permanents. I mean... Okay, well, let me definitely discard. So I'm gonna destroy this. Which one do I want to discard, though? Yeah, Valgavoth, I'm going to choose. Okay, so I don't have to worry about counters, because I have the Cavern of Souls. Now, Kavaero, going to have it copy Bringer of the Last Gift. Okay. United Battlefront. Okay. Next turn, I'm definitely going to Zombify in Bahamut. Oh, wait, I forgot. I got to get him in the graveyard first, of course. Perleus Snare. Will he choose the Valgavoth, though? So yeah, he has to sacrifice a bunch. Okay. That's fine. So let me play that. Okay. So... The only card I can Zombify in is Kavaero, but he has nothing to copy. Does my opponent have... No. You know what? I'm going to Zombify Kavaero in anyways. Yeah, just have him enter as himself. That way at least I have a blocker. Okay, so he's probably going to exile. Jeez. Yeah, this is not looking good. I gotta block at least one. Yeah, let's just see what I draw just in case, but I'm not too optimistic about this match. So I have 6 land. The only thing I can do is Zombify in Kavaero, but he can't copy nothing. Like, yeah, this did not turn out according to plan, unfortunately. Well, that was it for the demonstration of the Dimir Reanimation deck, standard format, best of 1. Weaknesses in this deck is, well, like, field wipes are definitely a major weakness. If you can't get Kavaero or Zombify in your hand, or like being able to dump the necessary creatures. I mean, there's a bunch of them, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So like, but it's definitely very challenging to get them in the graveyard. Maybe another I can swap out. Let's see. Maybe a couple lands, or maybe a Zombify for another card that allows me to, you know, discard straight to the graveyard. That's possibly a way to improve it. If you have any suggestions, ways you feel this deck can be improved, feel free to leave it in the comments. I thank you very much for tuning in and hope you have a good day.